Welcome to the Zach on Leadership Podcast. I am your host, Zach Hughes. Today's episode is entitled, A Leadership Title is Like a Microphone. Imagine you need to speak into a crowd without a microphone. It's difficult. You must project your voice. You may have to yell to be heard in the back. You may have a hard time getting everyone's attention. You may have to wave your arms in the air or give an ear-splitting whistle. Then, if you're lucky, a humble AV technician wanders up to the front and mercifully hands you a mic. You would stop yelling, wouldn't you? Imagine how terrible it would be if you had a mic and then acted like you didn't. That would be a disaster. You'd lose your audience for certain. A leadership title is a microphone. A title doesn't make you a leader any more than a microphone makes you a good public speaker, but it definitely amplifies. A leader without a title. We've all heard it said that a title doesn't make you a leader. It's true. I believe in servant leadership and have written extensively about it. You can find some links to my articles in the show notes. I believe that investing in others, making them successful, and helping people work together to achieve big goals makes you a leader. None of these activities or attributes require a title. Everyone that is destined for a formal leadership position starts without one. Before you lead formally, you demonstrate your ability to lead informally. That's great. It's sort of like speaking without a microphone. Sometimes leaders need to compensate for the lack of an official title by being assertive, persuasive, and driven. You are effective. You are convincing. You are esteemed by everyone. Then someone hands you a shiny, new, fancy leadership title. What happens next? A leader with a title. At this point, I'd like each of my listeners to learn from my mistake. Guess what I did when I got the title? I didn't change a thing. Yep, someone gracefully gave my tired voice a microphone, and I kept on yelling. Of course, I was completely oblivious to any of the consequences of that, but I learned in a hurry. For my math nerds out there, this is how it works. Assertiveness plus no title equals good leadership. Gentleness plus title equals good leadership. However, assertiveness plus title equals aggressive and intimidating leadership. Learn to moderate. The same people who found me compelling without a title now found me intimidating with a title. I picked up on that and moderated my tone considerably. Now I pay attention. If I'm in a room with my peers or superiors, it's completely fine for me to speak assertively. If I have the biggest title in the room, I need to be very careful. I need to speak very gently because I know that the hot microphone I'm wearing is blaring everything I say on the loudspeaker. Your turn. If you've received a leadership title for the first time, or if you've been recently promoted to a fancier leadership title, this episode is for you. Pay attention and moderate your tone based on your audience. Out of an inner sense of humility, you may think that your voice doesn't carry that much, but I promise you, if you've got a title, it definitely does. You don't need to compensate anymore. This entire article is about good leaders. I love good leaders. We need more of them. We need more of them in bigger titles. I hope this helps you all be more effective. You also probably know some bad leaders. What happens if you give a bad leader a microphone? Well, I think we have all seen how that goes down. Just think about the last wedding reception you went to when it came time for that crazy uncle to make a toast. That's all for this week's episode of the Zach on Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening.